Good evening, friends, colleagues, Eli. My name is Henry Spindell, and I'm running for co-commissioner of the Fire Flames Fantasy Football League with my good friend, Chris Boltina. You know our names well, and you know our passion for fantasy football. We are founding members of this league with a combined 8 years of Fire Flames experience. We are deeply in tune with everything happening in the NFL, and we have a strong background in getting members engaged and excited about our league. Fire Flames, we want to put our experience to work for you. Now, I don't want to spend this whole campaign slinging mud. That's something that Eli Sanchez would do. But while we're on the topic of how bad Eli would be for this league, let's mention some facts. Eli claims that my colleague Christopher and I participated in collusion in year one. First of all, Chris and I have always respected the Bill of Flames. We acted in accordance with every rule in place at the time, and we accepted the outlash and new rule implementation without complaint. This administration will operate on a platform of transparency and clarity, and our fantasy expertise will allow us to proactively prevent misunderstandings like this one from ever happening again. Secondly, the incident in question occurred in year 2. Does Eli even know what year it is? I would be remiss if I didn't mention Eli's brief and embarrassing stint as the league's commissioner, an age so dark in Fire Flames history that my brother was forced to step in and clean up his mess. Eli nearly drove the league into the ground in a matter of days. What havoc would befall us if he were given an entire season? Now, I don't know about you folks, but I'm a simple man who likes his beer cold and his boots dusty. My opponent, Maximilian Silver Spoon Shadig, he's got champagne running through the pipes below his estates. Not only does Max lack the experience and leadership to be a commissioner, keep in mind Max has been a member of this league for a mere 2 seasons. He lacks basic knowledge about how the game of football even works. In fact, if you asked him right now who the Titans' long snapper is, he would not be able to tell you that it is Bo Brinkley. Chris and I are the biggest NFL fans in this election, and if you vote for us, we promise to bring that passion and knowledge to every phase of the league. Why is Max even running? Simply to stir the pot? Out of all of our opponents in this election, I have to admit that I respect Jacob the most. But if you take a look at his policy record, what you find may shock you. Back on January 4th of 2012, Jacob suggested the idea of adding more starters to the lineup. Jacob pondered if we would be, and I quote, interested in at least upping the number of QBs that we start. How many quarterbacks does Jacob want us to have? Does Jacob even know what a quarterback is? Folks, we can all agree that the Fire Flames is an institution of fantasy football with a rich history of competition and excitement. Chris and I have contributed to engagement through his quick picks and through my Fire Flames website. We aim to preserve league traditions and build on the previous administration's foundation of rules and regulations to ensure that everyone is having fun fairly. Here are a few things you can expect from us when we take office. We will continue the ESPN League year to year in order to build a great haul of records. We plan to creatively determine the draft order, but keep it randomized and fair. We also plan to introduce a vote to offer regular season prize rewarding consistent excellence. When you go to the polls, ask yourself, do I want experience, passion, and not Max? If the answer is yes, then vote for me and Chris this summer. We know football, we know content, and most importantly, we care about this league. Thank you, and God bless Fire Flames.